first thing we have our roll call.
Dr. Robinson? Here.
What's wrong?
Mr. West?
Can't hear me? You hear me? Okay. What up?
Dr. Robinson? Here. Mr. West? Dr. Bunch? Here. Mrs. Ware? Mr. James?
Here.
Ms. Ware, unmute your microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can hear?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. 2.1, off.
Okay, at this time, we're gonna do the oath of office for Mr. Amos James. Repeat after me. I
I,
state your name.
Amos James Jr.,
Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully
do solemnly swear I will faithfully
support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of trustee
from holding the office of trustee
of the Natchez-Adams School District,
of the Natchez-Adams School District,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office upon
the duties of the office upon
which I am about to enter,
which I am about to enter.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're entitled to choose either the $67 per diem per day for no more than 36 meetings held on 36 different days in any fiscal year, or
A month.
$2,400 per year.
Yeah, that's it.
In a year,
Monthly.
monthly,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
That's a whole lot. Okay, anything on the agenda need to be changed at this time?
Mr. James, members of the board, we would like to remove, action item 8.9 from today's agenda.
Okay, 8.9. Anything else? If not, can we get adoption of the agenda?
I'm looking for adoption of the agenda with the necessary correction.
Pull your mic towards you, Dr. Robinson. Pull your mic towards you.
Okay, Ms. Moving second. Roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Mr. West? Dr. Bunch?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware? Mr. James?
Aye.
Aye. Pass 4-0. Okay, number 4, public comment. Okay, Ms. Owen. Ms. Owen. Give you 3 minutes to.
Mr. Fields, will you make sure that mic is on, please?
Yes, ma'am. You want to bring the mic to you?
I can go.
Come on.
Doesn't matter.
Well, however you want to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
Is it on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm here on behalf of Mrs. Dorothy Hills, who's Daisy Newman's sister, and she wants to know what is the progress toward naming the school in honor of her sister.
okay. Well, we only discussed it. It was something that Mr. West was supposed to bring to
Mhm.
us. And so he kind of like was the one spearheading that. So if you could get with him, he can kind of tell you how he's moving along on that, because he's doing that. That's his thing. Okay? But it's been discussed. All right?
Thank you.
And Newsom?
I probably don't need a mic, having taught school for so many years. Well, good evening to the board president, rest of the board members, and all of you who gathered here. I just came this afternoon to ask a favor of the board and the superintendent and the principals in the district. Our retired education personnel of Mississippi do a scholarship for teachers every year. and it's in the amount of $2,000. They get $500 for 4 semesters. And very seldom do we have teachers to apply for it. So we have a little flyer that we would like to put out, and I sent a copy of it to the superintendent's office. And there's a little 1-page application that they're asked to complete. Doesn't have much information on it, just basically name, age, where you're going to school, and you submit a personal statement of some of your honors and achievements, a letter of recommendation from a community leader, a letter of recommendation from a high school or college official, and an official copy of your transcript. And then you sign it. So basically, that's all that's required. But we cannot give away this money each year. So I'm asking the board if you all will assist us. I've sent the information to the superintendent. I'm asking if she will make sure that each principal gets a copy of the little flyer to display. And also if they will make a few copies of the application, and any teachers who are interested. And you have to have been, you have to be a resident of the state of Mississippi. You have to have decided that you're going to teach in Mississippi. You have to be already enrolled in a state-supported institution of higher learning, classified at least as a second semester freshman, have an above average GPA, plan to continue your education in a state supported IHL, and complete the application that I just mentioned. Now, the scholarship is awarded for 1 year or 2 semesters, and then you can renew it for another year or 2 more semesters. The $500 each semester is paid directly to the individual. It does not go to the school. So that means you do whatever you want to with it, as long as you're going to become a teacher. We're trying to encourage more people to go into education so that we can have a better selection of teachers in the classrooms with our children. I'm planning to go to Colin on Wednesday if the vice president is there. And at that time, I'd like to stop by Nick and talk with the principal there as well. But we certainly would like to see several of our teachers. These may, our future teachers. These may be students who are in the program at NEC. They may be assistant teachers or teachers wanting to go back to school to get another endorsement or another degree. But we are desperately trying to give this money away. So we would appreciate any encouragement you can give to the teachers out there, and any thing you can do to assist us with getting the word out, and hopefully we'll have some people to apply. Thank you. Any questions?
Ma'am?
Thank you, Mrs. Newsom.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Newsom.
All right.
That's a great thing.
Recognitions and presentations. Mr. Fields, 5.1. 5.2. Ed Rising.
So, Mr. James, members of the board, we have Miss Charnette Miller who's here today with 2 members of the Ed Rising. I'm sorry, is it Ed Rising?
Yes, ma'am.
It's Ed Rising, one of our student organizations at Fallon Career and Technical Center. So these 2 young ladies are here today to make a presentation to the board. They are award-winning. Help me out, ladies. You all won at state.
Yes, ma'am.
First place at state in the category of
Learning and research.
learning and research. So they're here to present their research to us today. Yeah, put your mic. Oh. Okay.
Seeing beyond cerebral palsy. Hello, we, Jemiah Lewis and Alina Barnes, are educator preparation students, and we attend Fallon and Career Technology Center. This is taken away from our Air Rising guidelines. Imagine that the local school board has asked you, what specific steps could we take to better the education for students with cerebral palsy? Here's our plan. Caring for cerebral palsy students, step 1. Dual enrollment. Dual enrollment courses should be available to all high school seniors that are interested in teaching so they can learn specifically about the types and treatments of learning disabilities. Step 2. Parent educators. These people may facilitate discussions among parents specifically concerning cerebral palsy and how to address the disability early. Step 3. Team meetings. Team members such as pediatric surgeons, therapists, and along with the parents and educators, these individuals can meet regularly on how to better serve and include these students in the classroom. Step 4. Schoolhouse therapy. There are laws that state that there are certain things you can treat and certain conditions you can treat at school. Legally, the nurse is very, very limited to what he or she can do. Perhaps, therapy should be included throughout the school day for students who suffer with CD. Step 5. Argumentative and alternative communication devices. There are robot-assisted devices that help train for rehabilitation. There are some technological devices that help expose the thinking of the child.
Again, cerebral palsy exists, and many students are in our community, homes, and schools. We have to let them see beyond their limitations and let them know that they have many more possibilities. Jamari and I can see it now. We are going to share our plan with peers, family, and administrators. We are also bringing our plan to you all as future educators. In conclusion, Jamari and I are different now because of this assignment. When we first looked at the guidelines for research and learning challenges, we had little to no experience on writing research papers.
We had never explored this area of education before, and we had no clue what cerebral palsy was.
When we first met Ms. Hurst in her self-contained classroom at the middle school, she asked if we wanted to be teachers.
We both hesitated a little bit because at the time we were unsure, and we didn't know if we were ready to teach special needs students.
Cerebral palsy is a disability that impacts students in many different ways.
With the help of intervention team members meeting, assessing students, and making recommendations, caring for these students is possible.
School, parents, and community members need collaboration in a working plan.
So we came up with our own plan.
Now that we know working with special needs students is something we can do, all it takes a little patience.
And a lot of research. Thank you for your
Beautiful.
We commend these two young ladies.
Y'all come back.
Ms. Miller,
Thank you. Yes,
Y'all stand right there. Let Miss, yeah, just turn to, Miss Sabrina right there with the nice camera for the Natchez-Adams.
so we would like to present these certificates of special recognition to Ms. Barnes and Ms. Lewis for placing first place in junior varsity research learning challenges at the Educators Rising State Competition. All right. If I know y'all was wearing pink jackets, I don't know.
Turn this way, please.
Thank you, ladies. Great job, Ms. Miller, in making something that was so articulate and great job.
Thank you.
Need my jacket.
They, over at Natchez High School.
That looks like future scholarship winners right there.
Absolutely.
Right. There you go.
Okay, audit report, silent in the December.
Okay.
All right, I get the. Yep, well, I get the the honor of going after those two bright young ladies. I can't promise you mine's gonna be quite as exciting as theirs, but I'll do my best here. I'm here today to present the audit report. Everybody should have a copy of those reports. The report itself is 80 pages, so forgive me, I wasn't gonna plan on going through all 80 pages unless somebody would like me to, but I have prepared a little executive summary, a 2-page overview that I'll just run through that. And certainly if anybody has any questions at that point, we can open that up. The first pages 3 to 5 is the independent auditor's report. This is where we issue our opinion on the financial statements of the school district. I'm happy to report that we have issued what's considered an unqualified opinion, which means we do believe the financials as presented are fairly presented in all material respects. So, and that they're in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles in the United States. So, that's the opinion you want, and we're happy that we were able to issue that with no issues. On pages 8 through 15 is some required supplemental information by government auditing standards. This puts the financial statements into a narrative type view, you know, where you could read through it more so than just look at straight numbers. Certainly encourage y'all to read through that. I'll skip past that. Pages 19 to 26 are really the financial statements, the hard numbers. On pages 19 and 20, you've got your statement of net position. At the end of the year, the total assets stood at $78.3 million, which was an increase of $2 million from the prior year. The primary line item that increased year over year was capital assets from the construction on the middle school and the high school there. Deferred outflows were at $8.8 million, up 1.4 million from the prior year. This is related to the school district's participation in the pension system. It's a complex calculation, but it's essentially, you know, you've got the PERS system out there that's a very large number. What's our percentage of that number, to get an idea of just a, you know, obviously the school district's not gonna shut down tomorrow, so it's not like it's a number you gotta pay off tomorrow or anything like that. But about, I guess it's probably been 6 or 7 years ago, they changed the reporting requirements to make each individual participant in the state plan put that on their balance sheet. Total liabilities stood at $92 million, which was a decrease of $13.3 million from the prior year. The biggest factor in that drop in liabilities again relates to the net pension liability. It came down $15.7 million from the prior year. That's generally just due to market fluctuations is the primary driver of that. Deferred outflows stood at $16.7 million, which was an increase of $15.5 million, again, part of the pension calculation there. So overall, net pension was at a deficit of $21.7 million, which actually was a decrease in favor of a $1.3 million increase from the prior year. So obviously, the biggest factor of that being a deficit balance is $47 million in net pension liability for the plan. You take that out, it's a different story altogether. Page 21 is the statement of activities, which is essentially an income statement. Program revenues were at $16.1 million, an increase of $5.2 million from the prior year. Program expenses were at $41.5 million. That's a decrease in expenses of $3.9 million from the prior year. General revenues were at $26.7 million, a decrease of 3.6 from the prior year, and that's primarily related to some specific grants that some of the COVID-related grants that have been received in there that were one-time type items. So for the year, we showed a 1.3 positive change in net position compared to a better outcome of about $5.5 million from the prior year. So obviously a positive item there. Pages 22, 23, and 25 I won't go through these individually, but it is the balance sheet and statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in funds. And this is broken down at the fund level, so you got your general fund, your 16 section fund, your special revenue funds. It just breaks it down into more detail on the fund level. With that being said, let's see, I'll turn the page here. Pages 27 to 53 are the notes to the financial statement. This is just going to provide you more detail and analysis of the information that we went over there in the financial statements. Certainly encourage when you have the time to go through those, and it just gives you a little bit deeper dive into those financial statement numbers. Pages 57 to 67 required supplementary information and other supplementary information. Some of these are required by government auditing standards, and then some of those include the schedule of federal awards for the year. The required supplementary information, we do not issue an opinion on that. However, we compare it with the information that we have issued an opinion on, and if for some reason there were discrepancies or any issues, we would be required to communicate that to you. I'm happy to report there's nothing to communicate. We did not find any inconsistencies with that information.
And that's regarding our federal funds, is that right?
Well, there's several schedules in there. That's one of the
That
schedules.
was where the ESSER money is?
And we do it, so in this particular spot, it's carved out.
Mhm.
But then we do issue another report on specifically just for federal funds
Okay.
and issue an opinion on that. Let's see, pages 68 to 71 is just other information. These are just, I believe it's a 4-year comparison between the general fund and all the governmental funds. All right, so pages 72 to 75 is where we issue our opinion on the district's compliance requirements with federal awards. We have issued an unqualified opinion, which means we do believe that the district complied in all material respects with those federal awards. Also, as part of that report, we do go on to describe that we look at internal controls over the financial reporting system, and we look over internal controls over the compliance of the federal awards. However, our scope is the financial statements. So we are not looking at all internal controls or all potential compliance items out there, only those that relate to the financial reporting system. And in this particular report, there's what's known as a material weakness or significant deficiency, that if during this just gaining understanding of those controls, if we believe they rise to that matter, we're required to put them in that report and report them to the board. Happy to report we don't have any issues that we came across when we were doing our procedures and testing in those items. And finally, on pages 79 to 80 are the schedule of findings and question costs. Again, happy to report as it relates to your financial reporting system that we did not have any findings or costs that were questioned or did not have supporting information. So, with that said, that's the short version. Quick as I can get through it, I know it's a lot of technical information and again, not as exciting as maybe some presentations, but certainly entertaining questions or, if y'all do get to reviewing it after today and would like me to come back, or you just have questions you want to get with me, I certainly don't mind doing that.
We thank you very much. We know it was a hard push to get
Yeah,
through because of some issues, but we appreciate you all for staying the course and getting this done for us. Thank you, Mr. Byrd, and your office for
Yes.
leading the
Yeah, I apologize. I should have started out by saying thank you to Mr. Tim Byrd. A huge reason that we're able to issue an unqualified opinion is because he's very smart when it comes to the accounting, the generally accepted accounting principles. I mean, it sounds like just terminology, but some of this can be kind of complex, more complex than it really needs to be. But you have to follow them, and certainly he does a good job, so thank you, Tim.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
All right.
We won't call you anymore, Tim, till tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
5.4.
Thank
Y'all wanna sit down?
No, sir, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let them know. I know you all heard the numbers and things on there. 92 million and 78 million, they ain't mean nothing. I know you all, child, they got all that money, won't give us none. You got to look at all these parentheses on there too, that says deficits. Ain't no money there, it's just that 92 million, you know, you can't get nothing after you get that 92 million. But yeah, okay, good on. I just let you know, ain't none of that.
Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald Green. Natchez-Adams School District joined a program called the Program of Research and Evaluation for Public Schools, which is entitled PREPS for short. This is a program through William Carey that was organized and created to recognize teachers across the state that show academic success and academic growth on state tests. Can she hear me?
Turn around.
Can you hear me now?
That's how we can finish is going very well. We must not like it.
Yeah.
Very problem,
Oh, bad.
Here you go.
No batteries.
So today we have several teachers that we would like to recognize who successfully had academic growth in ELA and math for 2024. And we would just want to recognize them today for their achievement. Now, this is not all of our teachers, but these are some of our teachers that got recognized for ELA and math. Okay, first we have Miss Kenithia Dawes for fourth grade math award.
Dose.
No, you're.
That's what every day. Kiss that pencil.
Thank you, Ms. Dawes, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Dose.
Oh, come on back, Ms. Dawes.
I guess we need to get over here, huh?
I'm sorry, Sabrina, I'm taking your thunder.
You better get up here with some great.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, we have Ms. Nidra Hackett for fourth grade math.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you.
We have Ms. Tracy Smith, third grade math. And we want some more to sing them this year, y'all. Woo-hoo.
Wait, you did it?
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
I do want these ladies to know that, something else is coming, it just
You
needs
should have said that to the.
another signature. They leaving that thing.
Oh, okay. The next, individual we have is Miss Linda Patton, third grade ELA Achievement Award. Face to face. Okay. Sixth grade ELA Achievement Award, Miss Pamela Robinson.
Your best friend.
That's my best friend.
She brought her squad.
Yep, we had to make sure.
That's right.
Sixth grade ELA Achievement Award, Ms. DeLacy Miller.
Some money in that, but
See, she gave me the phone. She gave me the phone.
Congratulations, Ms. Miller.
Sixth grade Math Achievement Award, Sierra Wesley.
y'all see it the same? Came in here with no pie.
And we had no lunch.
Like pot, like turkey neck to neck. Yeah.
Sixth grade Math Achievement Award, Celeste Kynes. Fourth grade ELA Achievement Award, Lauren Howard.
Told you.
Thank you, Ms. Howard.
Third grade ELA Achievement Award, Katangela Scott.
Thank you, Ms. Scott.
Okay, and third grade ELA Achievement Award, Latasha Ford Glass.
Thank you.
Ladies, I will see you
Thank
when
you
I
all.
get that second signature that I need.
Mr. James, I would just like to say that these are some of the hardest working educators that we have in the district. Anytime that you are near their classroom, they are focused in on our students and do whatever it takes in order to move student outcomes and ensure student success. So thank you, ladies. We truly appreciate it. I know sometimes the work feels tireless. Sometimes you may feel appreciated, but know that you are always appreciated. We are thankful for your dedication, not only to Natchez-Adams School District, but most specifically to our children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 6. Approval of February 18th.
Forrester.
Oh, Forrester.
505.
Go right past.
See where is trying to do it on another device.
Okay.
Good to see you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Mr. James, members of the board, we have with us today Mr. Charles O'Neill with the Mississippi Forestry Commission, and I will let him introduce himself as well as our new forester.
Yeah,
And give us an update.
yeah, good evening, board. Luckily, we was able to hire Mr. Eric Eisenhart, as a forester for Area 41, which would include Jaws County. He got hired in December, so we still have some training to do, and he's still under me at this time, but he will begin to take over all of y'all's daily duties and needs. And, before I let him talk, I'm gonna go ahead and go into our little yearly update. We have one section that I was dealing with Mr. Ford, which I'll find out later, on 29-5 North 3 West, we had a bond return issue. But that's to come, we might have to release that bond shortly. The thinning that we did not sell last year for 116 acres, I'm going to add additional acreage to make it 300 this year. We've already got it cruised. I've done the calculations. We're gonna try to get it in the paper next month. If y'all will approve me to put it in the paper this time around so that we can try to sell that thinning. So it will go from 116 to 300 acres.
Oh, good, how are you?
And there are 3 boundary lines that get painted this fiscal year on a 5-year rotation. That would be section 1, 8 north, 3 west, section 6, 8 north, 2 west, and section 31, 9 north, 2 west. And that's, other than road work that comes up or anything that y'all may need us to do on y'all's end, that's kind of what we have, to finish up for this year.
All right.
And I'll let Mr. Eric tell you a little bit about himself.
Mr. James, do we need a motion to help to go into that,
To,
to
give
change
him,
the thinning situation?
we probably will. She gonna be with Bruce right
Okay.
there.
Okay, my name is Eric Eisenhart. I'll be the forester that covers y'all's area. And like he said, I just started here in December and I graduated from Auburn University last May.
Great.
Okay.
Happy to be here and be on the program now.
Okay. Have you been down and to see our land over there, especially over across Louisiana?
No, ma'am, he hadn't made it to Giles. I hadn't personally made it there yet.
Well, Ms. Newsom and I went out once with Forrester, and that is incredible.
Yep.
The alligators down there.
Oh, yeah.
Jurassic Park level. Same.
Good.
It's really interesting land,
And so one of the things that we are going to do, working with Mr. O'Neill is Eisenhart.
Yes.
Okay, I have not visited the land. I don't know if anybody on my team has. So that is something that we're gonna want to do, within the near future, just to go through the property so that we are aware of what it's under district, control.
Well, I know like right now, until turkey season's over, we can't go there.
Okay,
We're
we're talking about summer.
Well, yeah, but, what it is that we've crossed private landowners and they will only let us get in there when it's not hunting season.
Okay.
So, but we'll be glad to take it in.
Great. Yeah, Mr. Fierce, put on the record.
I had to buy some boots for that, I don't know.
There are snakes out there too, Zane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to make a motion.
We will need to make a plan.
We'll send Bill.
I got an extra.
Anything else I can answer for y'all right now?
Right now, you want to do that now?
Yes.
All right, I'll make the motion. If you'll state it again for us, what you're planning to do exactly for
Yeah.
Lakita.
Yes, ma'am, it is to increase the timber sale that was 116 acres last year that did not sell to 300. And we added one more stand in there to try to get the thinning sold.
Okay, I understand. I'll make that motion. So moved. Second.
Been moving second, all in favor. We do a roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Here,
Dr. Bunch?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware? Mr. James?
Aye. Okay,
Okay, I wanna say something.
Yeah, she has that.
you have an echo.
Can we take a moment at this time and everybody check their mics? Because
Yeah,
Dr.
we
Bunch, your
good,
mic
we
is not
good.
on. Ms. Robinson, you're not, Dr. Robinson, your
No,
mic
y'all.
is not on.
You gotta.
Thank y'all. If y'all need anything, just let us
So I
know.
wanna say
Thank you
mic
so
check,
much. Nice to meet you.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
I always hear you.
Okay.
This is the podium, like 1, 2, check 1.
Oh, I always hear you.
Can you hear me?
Pull it closer to you, if you just put it on the side of you, Dr. Robinson.
Hey,
Yeah.
We
Can you hear me?
you got
Can you
some
hear me,
batteries?
Luana?
I know we got
Now
one.
I can, now I
Okay.
can.
Okay, what's
It's
up?
not better.
That's what-
No,
That might not be on. So I can't
They
hear
were
you.
off.
no, this one, it wasn't on.
Okay.
Can you hear you now?
This is Bruce, can you hear me?
We got you.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So if y'all happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Let's do, approval of February 18, 2025 special call meeting minute and approval of February 18, 2025 regular meeting minute. Can I get approval?
So,
Second.
It's been moved and second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson? Dr. Bunch?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware? Mr. James?
Aye. Passes 4-0. Okay, we have approval of consent items. Does anything need to be moved from there? If not, we get approval.
I move for approval of consent items, 7.1 through 7.6.
Second.
It's been moved and second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Bunch?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware? Mr. James?
Aye, passes 4-0. 8.1, personnel.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald, Mr. King. On behalf of the superintendent, the Office of Human Resources is presenting the personnel board report for the meeting on March 31st, 2025. It is the recommendation of the superintendent that the board of trustees approve the recommendations that you have before you. Are there any questions in regards to the personnel board report or any of the FYI information?
No,
Everything good? Good?
I move for approval of personnel report and vacancies.
Second.
It's been moved and second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Bunch?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware?
Aye.
Mr. James?
Aye. Passes 4-0.
Thank you.
We can.
Ms. King?
Yes.
You all right?
Yep, I'm fine.
What happened to you?
What happened? I didn't know I was supposed to be here.
Your name on the paper.
I had nobody showed me the paper.
Get a paper, you send paper to your room.
Should have paper to me.
You need to read your paper.
Yes, sir, I was reading my
She up
paper
here
now.
with Monica King top.
Mr. James, members of the board, we do want to recognize Monica King. I have a letter here from the Magnolia State School Counselor Association. I'm writing this letter to inform you that Monica King was selected by the Magnolia State School Counselor Association Board of Directors to represent our state as a voting delegate at the American School Counseling Association's annual Leadership Development Institute and Delegate Assembly. These events will take place July 10th and 11th, immediately preceding the ASCA conference in Long Beach, California. As a delegate for the state of Mississippi, Monica's expenses will be covered by our organization, meaning the Magnolia State School Counselor Association. So, Ms. King, we just want to say we are so proud of you and so grateful that you are representing not only the Natchez-Adams School District, but the state of Mississippi.
Congratulations.
She needs security. It also says she needs a guide.
Yeah, me and Phil, we make sure she get there on time.
I thought he was for real.
But if not, she ain't gonna make it on time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Miss
Ms.
King, what day you supposed to be up there?
July 10th.
I'll call you and let you know. Leave on time, I'll let you know late. Thank you, Miss King.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
8.2, Mr. Bird. You can go now.
Okay.
No disappointment. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board, superintendents, and legal counsel. You have before you item 8.2, the approval of claim dockets and the acceptance of financial reports. Included in your packets are the claim dockets for the month of February, as well as the February 25 financial reports, the expenditure budgets, the capital project summary as well. Before we get to the superintendent's recommendation, we want to just pause to see if there were any questions regarding any of the financial or claims items.
You don't have any questions? Anybody got any questions? Okay, let's get a motion.
I move that we approve the claims dockets and acceptance of all financial documents.
Second.
You move the second roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Here.
Dr. Buck? Mrs. Ware? Mr. James?
Let me, aye. Pass 4-0.
And again, Mr. Byrd, thank you for all your hard work getting that audit together.
8.3, Mr. Field.
Mr. James, members of the board, the Natchez-Adams County Chamber of Commerce, they've started recruitment for the 2025 Leadership Natchez class. They've chosen 15 up-and-coming professionals to be a part of that program, and my entire department has been selected. Ms. Kristen Hogan has been selected to participate in the class, and I've done it. Ms. Rita Brooks, when she was here, she went through it, Mr. Richardson, and it is a great program, great networking, and Kristen just goes above and beyond. So we're recommending that she be able to participate in Leadership Natchez 2025.
Okay.
Great.
I have no problem.
There are two things that I need
So
to present as far as using facilities. Should I have put it here or where?
We can discuss that in the action items or during superintendent's updates.
You can do
Okay,
your update.
okay.
So you got an update.
Well,
Doing your update.
Okay.
knowing what I know about the Leadership Natchez program, it's just excellent. It just puts that person in so much knowledge of our community.
Yes.
So I'm so moved that we approved the Leadership Natchez
And
participation.
as well, we made the motion.
She did she?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get a second, just need a second.
I'll second it, but I'm thrilled that.
Roll
we're doing
call.
that.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Bunch? Mrs. Ware?
Aye.
Mr. James?
Aye, pass 4-0. 8.4, Mr. Field.
Mr. James, members of the board, you have before you the proposed high school soccer schedule for the upcoming school year. We're seeking your approval.
So
Okay,
Second.
it's been moved and second. Ms. Davis.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Bunch?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware?
Aye.
Mr. James?
Aye, passes 4-0. 8.5.
Mr. James, members of the board, second to none sports is again requesting permission to use the gym at Morgantown for practice for travel student basketball team. They'll use it Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday from April the 1st to June the 30th. Travel basketball consists of teams traveling to other states and cities to compete against other basketball teams around the world. And we have done this before, and they do take good care of the facility. So we are seeking approval for second to none sports to have access to Morgantown's gym.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson,
Aye.
Dr. Bunt,
Aye.
Mrs. Ware, Mr. James.
Aye. It passes 3-0. 8.6. Yeah, you got all this, man. You lost your spot.
Sure did. Mr. James, members of the board, we are asking for out-of-state travel for Natchez High School seniors to go on a field trip to Baton Rouge. I know they'll be visiting Southern. McLaurin and Morgantown soar to Covington, Louisiana, and West Pre-K 4 to Pineville, Louisiana.
What's in Pineville?
Safari.
Safari.
Bar.
Yeah.
So
Ain't
moved.
nothing in Pineville.
The Safari.
Second.
It's been moved and second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson,
Aye.
Dr. Bunt,
Aye.
Mrs. Ware, Mr. James.
Aye, it passes 4-0.
Yeah, Gone Wild Safari.
You do better going riding down the tree.
Yeah.
Next time, take me down the tree. 8.7.
Mr. James, members of the board, you have before you the proposed academic calendar for the 2025-2026 school year. It does include 180 instructional days for students, 187 work days for teachers, teacher assistants, and other identified personnel. The difference in this calendar, we won't offer any intersessions the upcoming year. But other than that, there are early release days for professional development. There are parent-teacher conference days built in the calendar as well. And some sort of a break in every month with the exception of August and May. So it's a recommendation of the superintendent to approve the proposed academic calendar.
I move that we accept the proposed academic calendar, but I would say that I'm disappointed that we can't do more intercession, although I realize that because of budget constraints, we cannot. Correct?
Because of budget constraints, but also because our attendance from students decreased drastically.
Or for those intersections.
Yes.
When COVID's over.
Yes.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson,
Aye.
Dr. Bunt,
Aye.
Mrs. Ware, Mr. James.
Aye, it passes 4-0. 8.8.
Mr. James, members of the board, we have today with us Mr. Bobby Dennis, who is here to request of the board to place a historic landmark on one of the school properties. Mr. Dennis?
Well, it's good for me to be in here, especially to get an opportunity to listen to this board work. Here lately, we've been doing, well, the National Museum of African American Culture has been doing research on the school system and to look at the progress of the school system. So we made contact with Mr. Jerry Klinger of the Rosenwald schools. And we found out that there were 5 schools here in the Adams County District. We see more records on the inner city schools. We have that background. But what they've done is donated us a plaque, a historical marker, which features those schools and featured the sponsor of those schools through Booker T. Washington. So what we would like to do is place that marker on one of the sites. I'm not sure if you guys would want the marker placed by the Institute building here? Or would you wanna place it at the high school, the new high school? I think it's important that we get to see that, because education is one of the main things that a lot of our visitors ask about. And to tell that story of education has really opened my eyes to the sacrifices of not only the instructors, but to follow the trail of those instructors through the ones that have played a part in my life today makes a difference.
Okay.
So, Mr. James, working with, Mr. Dennis and the central office team, we will work to identify sites and then come back to the board and, update you as to which site we believe is going to be best.
But I certainly move that we approve
Yes.
the acceptance of the
And
plaque. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
But I would say, Ms. McDonald, put it somewhere
Right.
where put it somewhere where
No.
tourists can see it.
Man,
Uh-huh.
right,
I mean,
where the
you know.
tourists down here.
And, you know, I have the large plaque.
yeah.
So if you guys have time, come by the museum
Okay.
and view this plaque. I think it is very, very good looking and significant.
Okay. Okay, let's make a motion to accept.
I move that we accept the plaque.
Okay,
And I second.
it's been moved and second. Roll call.
Dr. Robinson, Dr. Bunt,
Aye.
Mrs. Ware,
Huh?
Mr. James,
Aye. Passes 4-0. 8.10. Yes, ma'am.
Item 8.10, Mr. James, members of the board, is a recommendation that the board endorses the Natchez School Leaders Academy Initiative. Several years ago, Mr. Butcher introduced the admin development program. Since COVID, we have not had participants in the particular academy. So we want to expand this opportunity because one of the things I know that Dr. Bunch, you are always expressing is that we need to make certain that we are developing teachers, because teachers are our frontline leaders in the school district. And so we also understand that we also need to develop the aspiring administrators. As much as I love Natchez-Adams School District, I won't be here always. I don't believe any of our current will be here always, but we want to make certain that we continue to develop and grow and nurture aspiring administrators so that we can continue the good work. As you can see by the presentations today, there is a lot of great things that are happening in Natchez-Adams School District. We want to work to develop the next generation of leaders who would lead, whether that be at the building level as teacher leaders or as aspiring administrators. And so if you will look, the guidelines is it has to be an employee who has been employed 3 to 5 years in the school district, someone who has demonstrated instructional effectiveness. It is always my concept is if I couldn't do it well, I can't teach anyone else how to do it well. So it has to be someone who has exhibited a history of strong student outcomes, someone who is committed to the school's vision and goals, the district's vision and goal, and those who have demonstrated or have prior experience in leading PLCs and demonstrating their leadership potential. And so we would open up for applicants. We will assemble a panel of both internal employees and external educators who would screen these applicants to determine who would be the best candidates for this initiative. It would be a year-long program. We envision, as we've talked about this Leadership Academy, we envision this is going to be a combination of both theory, policy, and practice, because we want them to have that on-the-job, embedded professional development and experience in what is expected of teacher leaders and administrators in Natchez-Adams School District. And so it is the recommendation that the board approves. This will be paid out of federal funds.
So
She says approved.
Approved. Yeah,
second.
I've just seen a whole group of teachers
Absolutely,
that were awarded that would be great candidates.
absolutely.
by age and by experience to move into that.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded, roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Buck?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware?
Aye.
Mr. James?
Aye, it passes 4-0. Okay, now we're item number 9.1, the board calendar. Anything need to be added or taken off the board calendar? Give Ms. Davis, that she can do so. And then we have 9.2, superintendent update.
9.2, Mr. James, I don't have many. I hope that you all were able to view the board updates that I sent this past Friday. Just some highlights that I want to bring about. I need to applaud Mrs. Butler, that entire federal programs department, the entire business department, inventory. I even heard pinned up Mr. Davis this week, today. Everybody that had a hand in our audits. We actually have 2 audits that are occurring at the same time. An audit of our ARP ESSER funds, and then our audit of our comprehensive federal Title I federal programs fund. So it has been a very laborious task, but those ladies and those employees have been very relentless in making certain that all of the documentation that we need to submit in order to have a clean audit has been done so. So we will continue that process. We had one audit team that was in last week. We'll have another audit team that will come through this summer who will look at the financial statements of those ARP ESSER funds. We are currently in the process of a desktop audit for our comprehensive federal programs funding. The renovations at Morgantown and McLaurin, we have received the certificate of substantial completion. And so those contractors are currently working on a punch list at those 2 sites, hopefully to close out those programs very soon. State testing window open today.
And that's the end of our ESSER money.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And so those revenue increases that the auditor talked about, you will see those drop significantly as we liquidate those grant funds.
Okay.
So state testing begins today, and we'll go through, the window closes on May 16th, 2025. We salute, and if you, we encourage everyone to visit our Facebook page, where we are constantly updating the great news and celebrating the achievements of our students and our employees here in Natchez-Adams School District. The middle school TSA program placed, there were members who placed in the state TSA competition that was held in Jackson during the month of March. And so they have an opportunity to compete on the national level in Nashville, Tennessee. We applaud Markeith Thompson. Markeith is a member of the Natchez High School track team. Markeith is now number 1 in the state of Mississippi for the 300-meter hurdles.
Wow.
So we applaud Markeith. He is number 6 in the nation. Coach Steve Davis has been selected as the coach for the Bernard Blackwell Classic All-Star Game South team. So we applaud him. Kahari McNeil was the singles winner in tennis for the 5A Region District 7 competition. We also celebrate senior at Natchez High School, Sanaya Scott, who is our first enrollee in the EMT program at Colin. So she will be certified as an EMT shortly after she graduates in May. So there are great things that are occurring throughout. There's even greater news that's coming along. One not so great piece of information that we received. We all are aware of the major changes that are occurring in our nation under the current administration. So I talked about those renovation projects at McLaurin and Morgantown. We also have ESSER funds that have been allocated to support instructional coaching for 25-26 school year. The state superintendent received notification from the U.S. Department of Education on this past Friday, stating that they have reconsidered their liquidation deadline that was extended to school districts and to states. And so as of this past Friday, they are saying that they are no longer going to honor reimbursements, federal reimbursements. So that means all of the construction costs or renovation costs that the district has incurred, expected to be reimbursed from the federal government. At this point, that it has been denied. The student state superintendent has an opportunity to provide guidance to districts in order to request an extension from the U.S. Department of Education. So working with under those guidance, hopefully next month or within the very near future, we will be able to bring back better news regarding those federal allocations. That just puts districts in a very difficult situation because you're budgeting money based upon the expectation that those funds are going to be reimbursed. And so we're just gonna have to reconsider our budgets at this point.
And that was money that was given to us,
Yes,
allotted to us by Congress.
yes,
And now it's being pulled back.
yes,
Let's make that very clear.
yes. And that won't affect just the public schools. That will affect any school district or any entity. We are flow through for private schools. So if there are any allocations that they have that are under those guidelines, they too are in the same predicament.
And just to overall give us an idea of the private schools in Natchez that are also affected by those federal funds, what sorts of programs, and speech therapy.
Cathedral and ACCS all receive federal funds. Those funds have been allocated for speech therapy services. They've been allocated for instructional coaching, instructional technology, professional development. So all of those programs.
Dyslexic programs.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right, board reports, Ms. Dr. Ross?
Just a moment. Ms. Davis, was the cybersecurity program playing in the?
Yes, ma'am, it was in your FY.
Say it again.
It was included in the back part of your FY.
Yeah. And so one of the things that one of the focuses of the state training for school boards have been on cybersecurity. Know that there is a major push because we are so technologically connected. We are wired to everything, and hackers, they are professionals now in trying to hack into systems to get personal identifiable information that could be used for their activities. So Mr. Tennessee and his team have worked tirelessly to ensure that we've added additional layers of cybersecurity measures. And I don't know if Mr. Tennessee is online. Mr. Tennessee? He's not online, but that information is included in your board packet, and for next month, we'll have Mr. Tennessee to come through to explain to you what those measures are. Today I had to change my password, it has to be 17 characters at minimum.
We saw, and I will say this, it's been made very clear to us at the school board meeting, Mississippi school board meeting, that the immediate effect is the up in liability insurance and the sorts of insurance that it's just going sky high to protect us from an attack. So, and several school districts in the state have been attacked.
Yes.
Is it,
That's all.
Ms. Dr. Ross?
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have two requests for uses of our facility. For April 25th, 2025, the track and field is going to be used by the special needs people. The teachers will be with the students. On May 3rd, 2025, the special needs group would like to use the middle school gym like they did last year for a dance.
Okay, so Dr. Robinson, if you will, I'll get the contact information from the organizers so that we can work with them, because I think that we may have a program, something that's already scheduled for May 3rd, but we will work with them to identify a date that is open and to get the necessary documents completed.
Okay.
Okay, Dr.
I just wanna say thank you to all of the people that worked so hard to get this audit together, because I know how hard that is, especially when you're, dealing with federal grant guidelines. And so I'm very appreciative that we had a clean audit. Thank you.
Before we go back to the aim, I just want to tell everybody to stay safe. Okay.
All right, Ms. Webb, anything?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Hello?
We can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Oh, y'all can hear me? Okay. I just wanna, thank you all, for your prayers, your calls, your texts, for my mom who had a little fall a couple weeks ago, last week. But she's doing great.
Oh, good.
To God be the glory. And, so that's why I wasn't able to attend this meeting because I've been out for 2 weeks. And I had a whole lot of paperwork on my desk I had to just clear up. So I wanna, thank y'all. We got to do better. Since I've been on this Zoom, y'all change y'all batteries, y'all do some mic checks, because I'm not the only one on this Zoom. So just like I couldn't hear, they couldn't hear, and, you know, when you put in a position, that's when you see what everybody else is going through. So we're gonna do some mic checks, 1, 2, 1, 2, mic check.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I have, 2 things to do. Track field. We just need to look at it and see what we need to keep it up to par, because we spent a lot of money to get that thing fixed. So it might be some little things we can spend like right now, $30,000, $40,000, whatever, to get it back up to where it needs to be in. So we need to just look at it and see what needs to be done to it. Also, I guess we're gonna do this in the summer. I don't know when we're gonna do it. The cleaning of the school building, the mildew and all that. We're probably gonna do some, what's it called, spraying it down. Yeah, all the school buildings.
You got a lot of construction.
Right. And the guy, what track guy?
Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, I'm going to go see them. I want to go see them around Friday, but he's a good guy. He's why it's so special to me, because the record that he broke was my son's record.
Yep.
Who had it 12 years ago, and he beat him by half of a second. My son had that same record, and he was #1 in the state, just like this guy. So this guy, and my son said this guy got even more speak skills.
I think he also came back in, last week or week before last, and he claimed the record for the 100-meter hurdles.
But he even broke him again then.
He did.
He
Yeah,
broke his
we
record
have
again.
the,
My son won state net.
the record.
12 years. So anyway, that's a good thing that he's doing. I'm gonna try to go see them Friday. I think it's Friday. Okay, I'm gonna try to go see them Friday. But if that's it, we can adjourn.
Okay.
Oh, do we have a closed determination? I'm sorry.
I think Bruce had some litigation. Go ahead, Bruce.
I move that we go into closed determination.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved in second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Blunt?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware? Aye. Mr. James?
Aye. It passes 4-0 with closed determination. Now we
I
need.
move that we go into executive session to discuss litigation. Any personnel, Sandy?
No, personnel.
Okay. Discuss litigation.
Okay, it's been moved in second, roll call.
Dr. Robinson?
Aye.
Dr. Blunt?
Aye.
Mrs. Ware? Aye. Mr. James?
Aye.
Ms.
Passes
Davis,
4-0.
will you please make the correction? We do have personnel matters.
We're in executive session. Thank you all.
Thank you.